Good morning, Dr. Koeraad Elst.
Good morning.
Thanks a lot for giving us this opportunity to speak to you again. This discussion is basically triggered from a recent attack on Nobel laureate V.S. Naipaul by a regional actor called Koeraad, which had grabbed the headlines in the local Indian media. So we thought, why not use this opportunity to debunk this secularist narrative.
Right, as I understand it, he bases himself mainly on an article written about 2-3 months ago by William Dalrymple about Vijayanagar, basically making the same points. And so I just discovered it in my computer that I really started writing an answer to that, then I must have gotten into something else. I'll still finish it.
Okay.
Because now, of course, it has become a hot topic again. You see the points made by Koeraad and by William Dalrymple are mainly that the Hindu empires, to the extent that they still existed, like the Vijayanagar Empire, borrowed a lot from Islam, or from the Muslims rather. For example, they borrowed a lot of court terminology. Like even the Marathas, who are glorified as Hindu fighters against Islam, in fact used a lot of Persian court terminology. So Vijayanagar also, they likened themselves to the Sultan among kings. So this concept of the Sultanate had taken root among Hindus also. Nevertheless, that is all very, very, very superficial.
Debate that was organized in NDTV, the secularist mouthpiece, where William Dalrymple came out supporting Koeraad and also attacking V.S. Naipaul, and stating a lot about this Islamic contribution to India and the Hindu society specifically. So, so what exactly is this Islamic contribution to Hindu society? Is it real? Is it, as you said, superficial? Does it have really any great impact? They call it Indo-Islamic syncretic culture. What do you make of this?
Well, at best, it is instances of replacing one culture with another, which is at best just as good. Like for instance, in dress, you see saris got replaced with shalwar kameez, and veils were put on and so on. Now I don't see that as progress. It's change, but it's not progress. The prime example of an Islamic contribution to India is of course the Taj Mahal. Now, was there no Hindu architecture before the Muslims came? I think South India is a witness to an opposite state of affairs. You see, North India right now could have looked just like South India, dotted with temples and other Hindu buildings, and instead you got Islamic architecture.
You basically
now, on the assumption that Islamic architecture is just as good, which already is very doubtful, but then still it is only the replacement of an existing architecture with a new architecture. That's all. That's not progress. You
also raised the Taj Mahal. So a lot of people on Twitter and other social media have raised this point when this topic came out about Islamic contribution to Hinduism in India. They say, well, there is Taj Mahal, there is the Fatehpur Sikri, and then there is the Red Fort, and so on and so forth. But are they really contribution to Hindu society, or are they self-aggrandizement and self?
Well, they were not meant as a contribution to Hindu society. Of course, they were meant as dynastic strongholds. They exploited the Hindu people so that they could collect taxes from them to pay for these. And so, you know, if the Red Fort was not there, then there was another fort there. You see, Hindus also built. So there is nothing particularly wonderful about the Red Fort, or even about the Taj Mahal. You see, tourists go there to gape at it, but after all, when you compare the Taj Mahal to, for example, the Meenakshi temple, well, I think it's obvious that the Hindu architecture is superior.